Okay, we'll wait a couple minutes, but in the meantime, good afternoon, everybody. My name's Mary Ann Lucas. I'll be the magistrate here today hearing your cases. We'll call the case when you come up. Just give us your name and how you're related to the property, or you're the owner, the manager, whatever the case is. And then I will hear testimony from both parties, the city and from you, before I make my decision. Okay? All right. Anybody who's going to testify, if you could please stand up to be sworn in. Anybody who's going to testify, stand. Are you going to testify? Raise your right hands.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? Thank you very much.
All right, before we call a case, let me just get this. I have an agreed order. It's a noise violation case number NC 2021-21623. Leonard Hochstein and the City of Miami Beach, and there's an agreed order modifying the monetary fine, and it is agreed to and stipulated between the attorney Mickey Marrero on behalf of the petitioner and Gray Crow, the assistant city attorney, as to the respondent. And the petitioner admits to the legitimacy of the violation, which is identified as the noise violation, case number referenced above, and recognizes that the violation was properly issued by the City of Miami Beach. The monetary fine for the violation shall reflect a total agreed monetary amount of $2,500, which shall be due within 30 days of the entry of this agreed order. If payment is not made as specified above, the fine shall return to the original amount. Done in order today, March 3rd, 2022. So signed. Okay, first case.
Yes, case number 47 for 4150 Nautilus Drive, SMC 2020-01367 is for a progress report.
Good morning.
Hello.
Or afternoon, I should say. What is your name?
Nadia. Nadia?
Pull that down a little bit, Nadia. And you are Nadia who?
Doña, the owner?
Okay, so you're the owner, okay.
Yes.
All right. Inspector, I know we're here on a report, but just give me a rundown on what was going on.
Sony Ramirez, City of Miami Beach Code Compliance Officer. Yes, Your Honor. The owner is currently in the process of obtaining permits from the building department. Last checked, they applied for a permit. However, it has not yet been issued. So that's pretty much the current status of that permit.
Okay. So you want to give me a report?
Yeah, we passed the demo process, the demo for the property. We have the demo number if you like. We are waiting just to get the okay from the city to just knock it down.
Okay, and that's all that needs to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. And so how much time do you think you need to do that? To get the permit? Once the permit's issued?
Right.
Yeah, once the permit's issued, it will notify the violation.
Okay. Whether they do it right away or not, it's just when the permit is issued?
Yeah, that's up to the building officials.
Okay. Is it a constant thing that has to, like every 3 months?
No. Once you get it, once you're good.
Okay, so how long do you think it's going to be before you get the permit?
Hopefully, I hope tomorrow, but
Yeah, well, we all can.
I could say maybe a window of 3 to 4 months. I don't know. It all depends on the approval of everything, just to approve the whole plan. And
When did you apply?
we got we applied process number 22222. That's when we passed it.
Okay, so that's when you applied for the permit or got the permit?
Got the permit for the outside.
To get the permit?
Correct.
Okay, so you got the permit
I
for
believe she means applied, Your Honor.
applied?
Yeah, I believe she means
Do
applied.
you have the permit in your hand?
No, I don't.
Okay, it has
Is
not
that
been.
what you're asking? I'm sorry.
It's not been approved.
Not yet.
Okay.
So we're just
you
waiting for that.
applied, so she applied February 22nd.
We just got the demo. They gave us a demo number that the outside design was approved. So now we're working on the inside. Once it's done, we give it, and we're just waiting for the approval.
Okay, so you're knocking the whole building down?
Everything, yeah. Demolition. It has to
Okay,
zero.
so you applied for a demolition permit?
Correct.
Okay. On February 22nd, 2022?
I'm not sure about that.
That date is correct. Yeah.
So 2/22/22.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
and it happened to be on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know that, all those
It's
Tuesdays.
wicked.
Anyway, kind of freaky, but, you know. So, what do you want to do?
I guess we can give them 90 days. I mean, that's
For
under the
compliance?
purview. Yeah, that's under the purview of the building department. So they'll be, I guess, better first to give a specific timeline. But I guess for the sake of argument's sake, we can give them 90 days. I think that should suffice.
For compliance?
Yeah.
Okay. So, by June 6th, 90 days, 3 months from now.
I hope so.
Yeah, so, and that's to comply, which apparently, from what the inspector's saying, just getting the permit to demo is enough to comply
Correct.
without having to actually demo it.
Correct.
Okay, so all you need is the permit. So you need to comply by June 6th, okay? And it'll be $50 a day if you don't by that day. If you can't, and you figure out that you can't because there's still a holdup
Right.
getting your permit, before June 6th, like in May, write to the clerk, she's going to give you her email address, and request an extension of time to comply. Because if not, the fines are going to start to run.
Oh, yeah.
So you need to come back and ask for more time if you don't have it. You understand?
Okay, so I go to her to get the email information?
Yes, she's going to give you her email address now. And, okay, so compliance, June 6th, 2022. All right, good luck.
That's it?
Thank you.
Next case, it's number 48 for 710 Washington Avenue, SMC 2021-01449. It's for a progress report from January, because it was continued, so it was continued from January 6th for a progress report.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judge. Attorney Steve Polisar, representing Cafe Del Mar. Appreciate your time on this. Just as a background, I had a conversation with Attorney Gray Crow yesterday, and I'm working with the city manager diligently with Eric Carpenter at the City Commission. As you probably know, the City of Miami Beach has implemented a new parklet program, and it's something that we're in the middle of resolving on his particular address. I have an email from Mr. Carpenter, which I can show the court, saying that we would probably be eligible for this parklet, and since at this point it hasn't been resolved, Mr. Carpenter a few days ago said he would ask Joe, the building department guy, to look into it and get it resolved for us one way or the other. So we're working diligently to resolve the matter. And the city attorney said he completely understands and is knowledgeable and would grant the continuance. I spoke to Mr. Fernandez. He's doing his job. So what we'd like to respectfully request, Judge, is a short continuance. This should be resolved before any next meeting. The client is anxious to get this resolved as well. I think we're operating in good faith, and we're following the city manager's advice.
Okay.
Well, that's true. I was able to, and I did say that I did not object to the continuance subject to a conversation with my client. And at this time, I'm inclined to move forward only because it's our understanding, and I'll let my client speak, but the business is temporarily closed. There's some issues with the parklet program, and it's our position that the continuance should be denied and the appeal should be denied as well, but I'll defer to my client.
Inspector.
George Hernandez, City of Miami Beach Code Compliance Officer. We have O'Neill Rodriguez here, the manager. He has more information in reference to this.
Hi, good afternoon.
Sworn in?
No, not yet.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, good evening. Oh, wow. Good afternoon.
Yes, just state your name so it's on the record.
O'Neill Rodriguez, right-of-way manager, Public Works Department. Just wanted to bring some things to the record. The outdoor seating expansion program that would have allowed an expansion to be in the public right-of-way, that has since expired since January 30th, 2022. We've been the site plan that was submitted to the city back in December of 2020 did not show that landscaping was going to be removed from the city's right-of-way in order to install the expansion that's out there right now. They tried to be stopped when they were doing the construction, and they neglected the city's direction, which is why they received, I believe, 2 violations in December. Since then, we've been working, it's true, we've been working with Mr. Polizar and his client to try to resolve the issue. However, there has been no conclusion to this matter. We do have a parklet program that is available citywide. However, those expansions under the parklet program needs to be under an on-street parking space, which is not what's out there right now. The restaurant cannot keep the current configuration that's out there under the parklet program because it's not a parking space. Also, they cannot apply for a sidewalk cafe either because the outdoor seating expansion is not on the sidewalk. Again, they removed landscaping from the city's right-of-way and placed a deck, which under the city code, we would not have permitted otherwise. The city stance is we would request that if they want to continue to keep their outdoor seating, that they submit a complete application meeting the city's guidelines that were approved by the city commission last year, or to apply for a sidewalk cafe permit. But unfortunately, what is out there right now as is not able to remain in place.
Okay, so I'm looking at, on the calendar, it's that they have a permit in applied status, which is clearing swale air, well, their reference is, of course, clearing the swale without having an approved permit.
Yeah.
And it shows permit RWP 0820-6233 is still under applied status.
That is correct, but that permit was applied under the outdoor seating expansion program that has since then expired. So even if the city wanted to issue that permit, there's no basis in order to issue that permit because that program has since expired since January 30th
Okay,
of 2022.
Can I address that, Your Honor?
sure.
Thank you.
Well, first, let me just talk about the continuance.
Sure.
I see 2 other continuances that were granted
Yeah.
for you, and now we're at number 3.
Can I approach the bench, Your Honor? I have something from the city manager I'd like to show you.
Well, why don't you show
Yeah,
this?
I showed it to Mr. Crow yesterday, who told me he was going to give me a continuance. That aside. I was told yesterday by the city attorney that you were going along with the continuance based on the emails. Is that true or not true?
Subject to a conversation.
No,
with
you didn't
my
say that.
client.
You said, I'll give you the continuance.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. And, all right, that aside, I'm not going to make an issue out of it. I have a good relationship with the city attorney's office. Mr. Crow and I talked yesterday. Is that true?
Okay.
Did we talk yesterday? May I?
He's not on the
yeah.
stand, though, but.
All right, but let me approach the bench, Your
hold on,
Honor, 'cause-
Hold on.
Sure,
Hold on for
thank
just a
you.
second. So, are you, I know that you're speaking with the city manager, and I'll take a look at that.
Sure.
But if the program that your client wants to do
Yes, ma'am.
on the property is no longer a program approved by the city of Miami Beach, then there's,
Well,
what's the?
That's a fair inquiry. Let me address that. There's, of course, a good faith, diligent conversation about this issue that's going back as far as you, Your Honor, has indicated. At one of the meetings with Your Honor, you suggested I have a conversation with the city manager, Mr. Carpenter, which we did. And Mr. Carpenter, on a Zoom call, and you can verify this, took a look at the permit at the time and said, this individual probably had a right to go forward based upon the information I'm looking at. And he said, I suggest you take this to the city commission and bring this to their attention. Commissioner Gongora brought it up in this room, and the city commission said that they would take it under advisement. And so this process has taken a bit of time. We've been going to meetings, conversations in good faith, and nobody has rejected this except Mr. Rodriguez. In all good faith, he's doing his job. However, higher up the food chain, the city is giving this serious consideration, and I'd like to show you the communication I've had with the city manager, who has not taken a position against this.
But what you're also saying is that, well, what I heard from Public Works is that the program expired January 30th, 2022. Now, maybe the discussions you had were way prior to that. Just let me take a look at it.
So here, I sent this to Mr. Carpenter, and then he responded.
Okay, let me take a look.
You can show the picture with the
Give me a second, and let me introduce it as evidence, so that way they will know.
so she can see it's a part of the sidewalk existing, used to be before. Since 99 used to be a sidewalk.
Working on that. This is current, right here.
You can see the whole kill there, right? Have you ever been there, Mr. Rodriguez?
Okay, who's Joe Gomez?
No, he's the Public Works Director.
Okay,
And him and I had a conversation after that email, and we agreed that unfortunately, this expansion as is cannot remain in place.
That's only, yeah, I agree with what you're saying on your position. However, there's way more to the story. I respect your position, but it doesn't tell the whole truth.
so, okay, hold on. So the ordinance didn't pass? Is that right,
Which ordinance?
for the parklet?
Oh, it did pass. The ordinance passed to allow expansions on on-street parking spaces.
However, the program where they were issued the parklet is now over.
And his position, Your Honor, it's not like he didn't apply. He has, to flesh out the situation, he has an unusual configuration. I don't know if you're familiar with Washington Avenue in Pennsylvania, come to a point at the end. So all of his competition has a parking space except him. He has the space on the other side.
I understand that.
And the city said this may well work because all of the people that live around there are in favor of it. So let us see if there's another way we can go about this. That's why we're stuck in the middle. And I'm only respectfully requesting a continuance to get this resolved. If the chips fall against him, the chips
Okay,
fall
but-
against him. But it makes no
Okay.
sense to throw him
Okay,
under the
but
bus now.
This has been resolved, this has been continued now 3, maybe even more times from when I just saw 3 continuances in here besides
Well,
today.
that's true, Judge, but the city's taken a lot of time to go through this process, and we've diligently worked with them, and I would respectfully request from Mr. O'Neill a short, because this may get resolved in his favor or it may not, but at this point, it's not hurting the city in any way. The city is working with us because all of the people that live in that neighborhood are in favor of it, and there hasn't been one complaint from any resident or any other citizen about this, and Eric Carpenter thinks it's a good idea. We're just asking for one continuance, because we've been working on this for,
4 or 5 continuances now.
well, this
Not
would be
one.
this would be the last one. I give you my word on that, Your Honor. And I would respectfully request Mr. O'Neill, why throw a good, guy's been there 20 years,
I agree.
and he's not hurting anybody, so if the city says we can't do it on the sidewalk for you, then fine, we're gone.
So how long would you like this continuance for?
Whatever you think. What do you suggest? 6 weeks, something? The city's slow these days, but maybe 30 days. I'm not asking for a lot here. Just some justice.
I know the city's position is to object to the continuance.
I have instruction to move forward for my client.
Well,
So
he had a different
other than
attitude. I
that,
like
I
Mr.
defer
Crowe. He had a
to your
different
discretion.
attitude.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Other than that, I would defer to your discretion.
Thank you.
So the city's objecting to the continuance.
That's correct.
Let me just say this, Judge. He's not losing any sleep on this continuance. He wouldn't mind if we did it. I know, but yesterday he's doing his job. Yesterday he had no problem saying I have no problem with it, and I had sent him all the information. He reviewed it. We spoke. He said it makes sense. He didn't say it makes sense. He said I have no objection to it. I said, do I have to be there? He said yes. It's a good idea to be there, but I'll be in favor of it. So that's where we are. Now, I'm only asking for a short one, because I think we are right at the 10-yard line. We're either going to get it or not, but it makes no sense with the city's position of changing everything and looking to help him. Why would the court not give a good citizen an opportunity to work with the city diligently? And it's not their call. It's going to be above this
Hold on,
gentleman's
hold on.
call.
Sir.
I have no objections to a last continuance of the bare minimum that we can give him until I guess I could have a conversation with Mr. Carpenter and see what exactly.
But it's got to be resolved. This has already been going on.
Yeah, I agree. We've been at this.
This will be either 4 or 5 continuance.
Agreed.
I've been
I
at
never
every
go-
single time I've been up
I
here.
never do that.
It's an unusual situation. I understand.
And then I also want to point out that the city did try to stop the client from continuing to build and remove the landscaping from the right-of-way. Well, this could have been resolved in the very beginning stages, and the client neglected the city's direction. Instead, they continued to remove the landscaping. Again, like Mr. Crow said,
Via email.
Hold on, and we need one at a time.
That's okay.
One at a time.
Let
We
Mr.
approved
Let
everything via emails.
let Mr. Rodriguez have
Hold on,
his.
hold on. Can I
correct,
just-
the plan that was approved,
Gentlemen.
and, excuse me?
Gentlemen,
We've kind of been through
everybody
this.
take a deep breath.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. From a review of the record, it showed that fines were levied. Whether they started running, I don't know, for noncompliance. And then there was a continuance, an extension of time, and a continuance, right? So, let me just ask you, in order for him to comply with this violation, what does he need to do? Remove everything or get a permit?
He would have to remove everything. I have a picture that I took a couple of days ago,
Okay.
which was February 28th.
Okay.
And this appears to be a safety issue at the same time. This is the latest picture of where all the furniture is and is stacked up.
Okay. So the issue is,
The place isn't open for business.
hold on.
But I understand Mr. Fernandez's position.
Show the
All right, listen.
Let-
Stop. Everybody just stop. Everybody just stop.
Yeah.
If the restaurant's not open, why don't you put all this stuff away?
Place is open.
But not this section.
He's
We're
telling
trying
me
to-
it's not open.
We're trying to cooperate, and
One story.
We had electrical issue and we had to close for a couple of days to
Okay.
resolve the matter.
All right, listen.
And
Listen.
Judge, if you look at the picture, you can see the sidewalk and it's not distracting or any safety as it's been addressing.
Okay, listen, you're coming back here on April 7th,
yes, ma'am.
and that's it. April 7th is the date, and this is the very last continuance. If on April 7th you come and you ask for another continuance, you will not get it, and we're going to move forward,
Totally understood and appreciated, Your Honor.
one way or the other.
I'm going to try and get this resolved before
Everybody
that.
understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So bring whatever you need to bring, settle whatever you need to settle, but have it done by April 7th. Okay.
Very fair. Thank you
Thank you,
so
Your
much,
Honor.
Your Honor. Appreciate it.
Not one.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can put that. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
This one is mine.
Thank you, Mr. Crowe.
Next case is number 56 for 524 Washington Avenue, SMC 2021-01814. It's a new case.
Yeah, how are you? Good to see you.
Hi, what is your name?
Good afternoon. My name is Anita Gonzalez. I'm the property manager for the building Washington Center condominium.
Okay. All right. Inspector.
George Hernandez, City of Miami Beach Code Compliance Officer. This is a violation that was issued on August 7th of 2021. The case number is PM 2021-04607. It's a property maintenance violation. and it has to do with crack and broken stucco, okay, throughout the property, along with stains, and everything needs to be painted throughout the whole building.
Okay, so it's just paint?
That's what it is.
Well, I'm also seeing some cracked or broken stucco.
Correct. It
But that'll
goes
be
with
fixed with
that.
the painting, right, okay.
I submitted to the inspector an application for a permit. I'm not sure the permit has been approved, or this is just an applied permit. Can you confirm that with
When
me,
did you
please?
apply?
They applied February 17, and the permit number is PZ 0222-1873. I emailed you the copy. I just wanted to confirm if this is an applied permit or is this an approved permit?
For the record, we have been communicating.
Okay.
So yes, it's an applied.
It's still
I know
up.
it's a process.
It's still applied, sure, it was
That's all it
February
is.
17th.
What we
It's not
need,
gonna be
what we
today.
need is just some time for them to comply.
Okay,
That's all, really, pretty much what we need.
so how much time do you think they need to get their permit?
I would suggest probably 90 days on.
Well, now, this is to get the permit and to do the work,
Correct.
so what are we looking at?
I'm looking at really more 60 days, be frank with you, because the permit, you're already in process. And painting the building, it will probably take 3 or 4 weeks because it's a crew.
Yes.
If it's a
It's
crew.
a big building.
So I
it's a
would
big
say
building.
60 days. We can do a progress report. If you want to do 90,
No, I want to do a compliance,
you want to do a compliance,
yes.
So it will be 120 days for compliance? So we have plenty.
I would like 90, if it's possible.
Well, if it's going to take 4 weeks, that's a month,
Mm-hmm.
and that gives you 2 months to get the permit, right? So let me do 90 days, because that was my thought as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that is June 6th, okay? Compliance. So if you don't comply, then it's going to be $50 a day fine, okay? So,
$50 a day?
yes.
Okay.
If, Ms. Gonzalez, you see in May that there's no way you can comply, then you contact the clerk, Fernanda Silva, and you request a hearing for an extension of time to comply.
Okay.
If you don't do it before then the fines will start to run.
Okay, understood.
But you might be able to see if you don't get the permit, or there's a problem, or whatever the case is, make sure you request an extension of time.
Perfect. Thank you
Okay?
so much.
Thank you so much. Thank
You
Ms.
have my
Baker.
email, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, there's a gentleman, hi.
Anita?
No, I was here a few weeks ago, and the attorney gave me his card, but I lost it, and I'm here to get another one. That's it.
Excellent service.
No problem. Bye. Thank you.
Should we hold on to his and then just get the other ones, or?
I guess do your other no-shows and I'll wait for his.
Okay, I'll just hold on to them.
Okay, unless
No worries.
Your Honor wants to call us.
No, well, there's 10 of them, so I'm certain that he's not going to not show. I wouldn't think that he would not show.
I guess.
Does that make sense?
I will go upstairs and try to reach him, because I don't have his cell phone number, but I have his office number and see if they can text him.
I have his cell here if you.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so let's call a couple of no-shows. Let's go for it.
Case number 49. Where is 49? Okay. It's case number 495051 for 555 Washington Avenue. SMC 2021-1656, SMC 2021-01660, and SMC 2021-01712. Those three are new cases. Is that different businesses, right, on the same?
On that same building,
Oh, okay.
George and I, the City of Miami Beach Code Compliance Officer.
So are we looking at three different people?
It's, whenever we do a zoning violation, the property owner
Okay.
is obviously responsible for the
All right,
tenants.
so let me just look, check, service.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is the owner? Is the Go 50, Go 55? No.
Yes.
Okay. No, just so for me to know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, let me see if I can find some service, because right now I don't see any. Okay, so, the mailing address, well, the registered agent address is Corporation Service Company at 515 East Park Avenue, Tallahassee, Florida, 32301. That's where notice was sent, and notice was returned, supposedly unable to deliver.
You didn't happen to post, right? You didn't get the notice?
I did speak to the actual tenants, which one is Walgreens, I'm sorry, CVS, and the other one is Wells Fargo.
Okay, well, that's.
And so I've had some communication with them, but, you know, these are corporations.
Right,
It takes time for them to comply.
right,
It's not like a smaller business.
correct. Well, there's, oh, so this went to the CVS.
Mm-hmm.
This notice went to CVS.
They're partially in compliance. They
Okay.
took all the signs out of the window.
So the Go 555 has no service, though it was sent to the registered agent. The CVS, there was service.
Correct.
That's ending in 1660. The other one, which is Wells Fargo, there was also service. And that ends in 1712.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no service on the building, but I have service on the tenants.
That's why I decided to go and speak to them personally. So
Okay.
that way I can get some compliance
Okay.
or
so-
assist them to go to the city.
All right, so the notice of hearing for the building was sent to the registered agent, which is who they said to send it to, and that is proper service. So I'm gonna find proper service and a failure to appear. And then, of course, we have service on the other two. So, Inspector, tell me
Which
what.
one would you like to hear? Would you like to hear the Wells Fargo one or the CVS?
Well, no, they're different. Illegal signs and windows, is it the same for all three?
Yes,
Okay, so the owner's just the umbrella, and then you have the two?
correct.
Okay,
And a zoning violation is that way.
all right, so give me CVS. Did they know they had a hearing?
Violation was issued May 14, 2021. It's ZV 2021-03364, and it is for Section 138-3, erecting, constructing, posting, painting, and hearing, maintaining or relocating a sign without first obtaining a permit from the building official. This is in reference to signs on windows without obtaining a permit. They have actually complied with the stickers that says no sugar, just wings, and
Is that Red Bull? Is that what that is?
yes.
Gives you wings?
yes, it
Yeah,
does.
okay. All right, well, you know, I
Yes, it
listen,
does.
I listen.
But they have not complied with the sign that is very close to the window that says MoneyGram 24 hours and all point ATM and open again 24 hours, because that's a corner lot. So they have signs on both sides.
Right.
So they have not complied with that. I've spoken to the manager there, and this was earlier this week. And I'm surprised that she didn't take care of it, but it's corporate. She just can't climb in, and get it out. She needs somebody from corporate to do that. So, because everything else is in compliance. I would like to give them, 30 days for them, because I know they're going to do it.
To comply.
Yes.
Okay, and what about the Wells Fargo?
Wells Fargo, I spoke to them, they're a little bit, it's just a different corporation. I spoke to them, but it wasn't as easy getting in contact with the district manager and their general manager. So I would like to give them 60 days, and I can call them again, and if they need some help, I will assist them at the city.
Okay, and let them know too that they did receive notice, proper notice, and they failed to appear, so I'm moving forward. Well, they'll know from the order that they get. All right, so CVS, case ending in 1660, compliance by April 4th, 2022, if not a $200 a day fine. In the Wells Fargo case, which ends in 1712, compliance is May 4th, 2022, $200 a day fine for failure to comply. So tell me about the building owner.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, both of them are May 4th, correct?
No, the first
One
one's
is-
four, one's 30 days, one's 60.
Okay, perfect. But 200 days for both?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, Inspector, what about the building?
I am going to see if I can speak to somebody in the corporation, in the ownership, see if I can get contact with the owner and advise him of this.
So the building, though, really is CVS and Wells Fargo.
It's in that whole corner.
CVS and Wells Fargo comply,
They're in compliance.
the building's
Correct.
off the hook.
Then the
Yeah.
building.
They're in compliance.
Okay, so we're going to do May 4th. You know what, let's do May 4th for all three of them.
May
Okay.
4th, all three?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to do a, got to get him to respond. Let's do a $200 a day fine for him. Okay, but May 4th for everybody, $200 a day fine if it's not complied.
For all three?
All three. Yeah, let me get,
I'll do more research and then see if I can speak to also the ownership of the building. And that way we can
okay,
make this immediate.
all right.
Okay?
Perfect, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Do I have that? Oh, no.
Hold on.
Didn't you have, oh, here.
Now is, he's here for the fire case, so these are the notion.
Fire inspector, but I did speak with Mr. Gonzalez.
Oh, you did? Okay.
So are you standing in?
Quasi.
Mr.
Quasi-judicial tribunal. Quasi standing in.
Mr. Fire Inspector?
Oh, no, not for yours,
No,
for
no, no, not
the
yet,
Imperial.
not yet.
For the Imperial House, the 10 cases for 52, 55. But I'm back for you.
Okay, yes.
So
So this is case,
If you want to put them on the record.
yeah. Just so Aaron knows, it's 37 through,
45, I think.
through
yeah.
46.
so it's, I'll call him, it's SMC 2016 ending in 6. Number 38, SMC 16 ending in 7. Number 39, SMC 16 ending in 8. Number 40, SMC 16 ending in 9. Number 41, SMC 16 ending in 12. Number 42, SMC 16 ending in 11. Oh, and here's number 10, it snuck away. Number 43, SMC 16, number 10, ending in 10, sorry. And then the JC cases are the same?
Yes. No, those JCs doesn't have SMCs.
Right,
Those three
okay.
last ones is just a JC.
Okay, and then we have number 44, which is JC 11,472. Number 45, JC 11,473. Number 46, JC 12,739. And let me see if
And
there's
that's
another
it.
one. That's it.
That's it.
I think I called them all.
Thank you, Your
Okay.
Honor. Deputy City Attorney Steve Rothstein. I did reach out to Mr. Gonzalez and was able to speak with him. He apologizes profusely to Your Honor. Apparently his office miscalendared today's hearing. So he asked for your forgiveness on that. He's offered to come down here, but I doubt he will make it by 2:30 for Your Honor's next calendar call. He's downtown, So absent a helicopter, I don't think he's going to get here. And then the next option we discussed was moving it to 6 o'clock, but unfortunately, the code inspector's not here at 6 o'clock. It's not his rotation of cases. So Mr. Gonzalez has advised me that they're in their final works of resolving the issue with the association. If Your Honor recalls, this is marine slips that are across Collins, across the out parcel.
Right.
There was some difficulty with the association signing off on the Durham permits. So I asked him, would it be better to set a progress report or kind of like a continuance here, or did he prefer just having a compliance date in a year or so? Because obviously nothing's going to change until they get their permit and they start the
Right.
construction, and ask for more time. And he respectfully requested, if it can't go at 2:30 or 6, which logistically it apparently can't, if you could just continue this for 30 days or to the next calendar so he could update you.
Okay.
Or if you want, yeah,
Obviously, there's no objection by the city, correct?
no, the
Okay.
area's secured, the
It's secure.
pilings, that, if they rack up new violations, obviously that's at their own peril.
It's a different story. I mean, the next case is April 7th.
Okay, then I'll let him know April 7th.
Okay, so April 7th,
Okay.
let's continue these until April 7th, all of them, and of course, it'll still be at the 1:30, correct?
1:30, yeah.
Okay, I'll certainly let him know.
Thank you so
Your Honor.
much, sir. Okay, well, that took care of 10 right off the hook. Make sure that petitioner's continuing.
Yes.
Okay, and, oh my goodness. 4/7/22, 4/7/22. Okay, so let's see, are you here for 335 Ocean?
No, he's the fire, the fire case at 2:30.
Oh, at 2:30.
Yeah, I just have those no-shows over here.
Okay. So let me just finish, we have nobody else here for the 1:30, correct? Except the inspectors. Okay, let's call them.
Okay. Oui.
Yeah.
Case number 52 for 335 Ocean Drive, SMC 2021-01737. It's a new case.
Well, it was reset from January.
It was reset from January for service, and I believe
There is service? No?
No, there isn't. You didn't get the notice to post, VG, did you?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Code Compliance Officer Maharaj with the City of Miami Beach.
Good afternoon. It came back. There's no service here. And this is the second or third time it's come back.
Yeah, I send the notices to appear to the supervisors so they can distribute to the inspectors, but apparently
All right,
It's
let me
not
see where
reaching
it's
them.
supposed to go.
Just a second.
Okay.
210, oh, that's fine.
We do have service on our end.
71st Street,
Huh?
it's an
I do have
incorrect address.
service for the violation.
Where did it go?
You had service,
No, where did that go? What's the address?
did it go to
71st Street?
77th Street? Oh,
Supposed to be 71st Street. All right, we need to set that.
but you
for-
don't know if it went to 71st Street? Okay. No,
But
just,
that's the address that's on there, is 71st, not 70,
Okay.
not 7. You just forgot the 1.
got it. Okay.
Okay, so we need to
It's
set,
okay, we're just gonna reset it. 'Cause I didn't
is
get
this,
service here.
this needs to be reset because the address was incorrect.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, What do you want to put it on?
Can we do the 21st?
April? April 21st?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
VG can be at 1:30 or you prefer?
Well,
That should work.
Huh?
No problem.
It's okay? Oh, no, you let me know.
What's your regular date on Thursday?
I'm usually off on Thursday, so
But it's okay if I leave it at 1:30?
sure.
Okay. All right, the next case is number 53, SMC 2021, ending in 1738 for 1434 Wash, Ginkun. Let me see if we have service here. Well, it looks like it. It looks like there's service.
Yes, Your Honor, Code Compliance Officer Maharaj, as of recently, as of today, yesterday, I had communication with the finance department. The account is not current. I did reach out to the manager, and I spoke with her yesterday on behalf of the city, explaining to her about the resort taxes, and she did reach out to the person, Mr. Donoso. So hopefully we can get a progress on this with the, hopefully the next time they are in compliance.
Jim McMillan, City of Miami Beach Finance Department. The issue with this business is they opened up the resort tax and have never filed a return. So we have no history. I don't know, how long have they been operating? Any idea?
They've been operating, and I have a picture to put into record showing that they were open when we did the inspection.
Okay. So, let's just get them to comply. Let's give them a compliance date, right?
Yes, compliance date. Ask for daily fines.
30 days or less?
That's easy. Yeah, 30 days is fine.
Okay, so they have to comply by April 4th, 2022. If not, it's a $100 a day fine.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, it looks good anyway.
Sorry, comply by
Ice
April
cream.
4th?
April 4th?
Yeah, that's just to show proof that it's an ice cream parlor, they were open at the
No, I
time.
appreciate that. And it's a pretty picture to look at so late so late in the day since I didn't have dessert.
Especially at this time.
I noticed you didn't look at it, Fernando.
Case number 54 for 49 Revo Auto Drive, SMC 2021-01791. The gentleman reached out to me this morning. I had asked him to send me an email to ask for continuance because he was in Chicago. I gave him my email address to send it to me today. Until now, I just checked, he hasn't sent anything. So, I don't know.
Well, it was posted, so I guess that's how he got noticed, because the letters came
Yeah.
back.
And then I told him, send me a request this morning, but until now, I haven't seen it.
Okay, Inspector, just give me a rundown on this. And this was
Morning.
already reset.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second for me. Why? From
Because
February
probably
3rd.
we didn't get any service on the first time.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh, okay.
Yeah. 2, 3.
Look. Oh, no,
Yeah.
this is you guys.
Yeah. No, we
Okay.
haven't been getting
So it's reset
notice
for service.
until now that we got
But he
posted.
knows it, he knows about it now. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Inspector, and then I'll make my decision. Go ahead.
City of Miami Beach Co-Compliance Officer Jardine Jarquin. I'm the custodian of records for this case. It is for case PM 2021-04174, issued on February 9th, 2021 for 49 West River Alto for violation of section 58-298E, which is the exterior premises of the property not being maintained or free from excessive growth of grass, weeds, or Florida, in reference to the overgrowth of the hedges that are going over the property line into the sidewalk around the property itself. I have the pictures here, if you want for
When
record.
did you re-inspect?
Like I said, I'm the custodian of record. I'm not the issuing officer. I was just given this about 15 minutes ago.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
you know when the inspector re-inspected? Did they?
Not sure. I don't have any information on here besides the pictures.
Is there a date on the pictures?
The pictures. The last time it was re-inspected from the pictures, it's on October 12th, 2021.
Well, we're March 3rd, 2022. could be complied with, right?
Should be. Yeah, but that's all the information I have from the package.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna, in that case, I'm gonna grant their continuance, but we're gonna bring it back on April 21st. No more continuances, okay?
Okay.
So 4/21/22. That way the inspector can be here, and there can be another inspection, and then we'll get the owner here.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So April 21st.
Yes.
Okay.
His
The
petitioner's
petitioners,
request.
okay.
yeah. Okay,
Next case, it's number 554860, Collins Avenue, SMC 2021-01812. It was continued from February 3rd.
continued because somebody requested it, or just reset?
Usually, if it's a continuance.
Somebody requested it, yeah. But we don't know who, that's the whole thing. Okay, so let me.
Your
just-
Honor, I have some information for you. George and the City Miami Beach Code Compliance Officer.
So I don't have to look
I
at
spoke to the
file?
property manager 2 days ago. He told me to come over, inspect it. He was in compliance. So at this moment, we can close the case, and I'll issue a certificate of compliance.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you.
Number 57 for 1510 Washington Avenue, SMC 2021-01829. It's a new case.
Good afternoon. Case number ZB20213510, reference signage without a permit under section 138-3. At the moment, we're currently awaiting proper service, so we would like to request a continuance on behalf of the city.
Proper service of what? The violation?
Yes, we're waiting service.
Oh, because I have service of the notice of hearing. It looks like. Food market. I have the notice of hearing service. They just don't know what the violation was? So they never got the actual,
Yeah, it says in transit, so we.
Oh, wow, the post office.
wait a minute.
Wow.
What's this? Yeah, they signed for it. Okay. Yeah. So it looks like the violation was signed for. This is the 24-hour sanitation violation. Are we on the right address? 1510 Wash. Yeah?
So it was hand delivered?
ZV 2021-3510? Yeah, that's it.
Hand delivered? Who signed for it?
Zane Denovi, September 9th,
So you have a
29th.
signature? They did receive it?
Signature,
Yeah, okay.
7:05 PM, but that's what it says. Uh-huh.
They have service. We can proceed.
Yeah. Okay,
Proceed.
got it.
Oh, probably you guys went after.
Okay, so we're gonna move forward, proper notice failed to appear.
Sorry, I went back to the establishment.
That's all right.
That's fine.
Okay, let's move forward, go ahead.
As of yesterday, I have current photos to show no compliance was achieved, so therefore I would like to request a compliance date. I did spoke with them as well during the inspection and informed them about the violation, but however, no attempt to correct the violation. Here's the photos.
Okay, let's put those in evidence if you'd like.
Taken yesterday?
No, I can't, it wasn't yesterday, I spoke to them before that.
When was the last day you took these pictures? Any night class?
The last photos was taken on March 1st.
Okay. All right, so 30-day compliance, 2-week compliance, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, what do you want?
How long will it take for them to move?
I would say 30 days is fair. I will go ahead and follow up again with them.
Okay, so that would be April 4th, and we're going to do $100 a day if they don't comply, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Oops. You only get that. Okay, 58 is closed.
58 is
59.
closed. 59 is 1566 Washington Avenue. Oh boy. SMC 2021-01831, it's a new case.
Okay,
Thank you. Reference case ZV 2021-03368 is now just in compliance. I'd like to submit into evidence. It will be closed.
Okay, and compliance closed.
Here's a before and after photo.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. Just stay there because you have the next one too. Number 60, SMC 2021-1834 for 1570 Washington.
Thank you. It's the same owner, so I was able to achieve compliance as of yesterday.
Okay, so in compliance and closed.
Yep.
All right, very good, thank you.
Number 61 is closed.
Yeah.
Number 62 for 5225 Collins Avenue, SMC 2021-01838. It's for a progress report.
Let's see if we have some. 733. Sorry. Hold on just a sec. Check.
Is that for the Washington one? The Washington, the one before? Okay, cool.
Okay, so this was sent to the mailing address of the petitioner, 7330 Ocean Terrace, number 802, Miami 33141. And it was signed for, so we have proper notice. Go ahead, Inspector.
Jardine Jarkins here, my Beach Code Compliance Officer. This is for violation of resort taxes for account 2197911, and they are currently up to date so that they are in full compliance at this time.
So it's closed? Closed case?
Jamaica City, Miami Beach Finance Department requesting to close the case. Code issued a violation, they immediately complied and paid up the missing returns.
Perfect, awesome. Okay, just stay where you are, gentlemen, because we're going to call case number 63.
63, 64, 65, 66, 67, and 68, and 69 for 225 27th Street.
And it's SMC 2021-1839, SMC 2021-1841, SMC 2022-1889, SMC, excuse me, 2022-1890,
What's the first one we did?
SMC 2022-1891, SMC 2022-1912, and SMC 2022-1913. Are they in compliance as well, or do I have to look for
Have to do each
service?
Yep.
case. Check for service,
Check for service.
please.
Yes, sir. Okay, so this went, all right, we've got one signature. Let me see. It went to 5805 Blue Lagoon Drive, Miami, Florida, 33126, Sylvia Real Estate Management, Inc. And okay. So the notice of the hearing went to Sylvia Management, Inc., right? But there is an attorney involved, because here's a letter from January from an attorney who did not get service. Nope. They requested a continuance last
They
time.
requested a continuance in January.
Yeah. but
That's
you
why
you never
those
noticed
two
them.
cases are back today.
Yes, but you didn't notice the attorney. You only noticed it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's got to go through the attorney.
but he doesn't reference the other ones. He only
Well, I don't
referenced
know.
this one.
Well, okay, just,
I
let's
think.
just see, let's just see. What's the case number? Does he have it?
1839. He referenced just this
Okay, so
one.
it's not that one. Yeah, it's not there.
Now I don't even know if he's aware of all the others.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Well,
I'll just
I
reset them all.
think it needs to be reset, only because there's 6 cases, I guess, with this. On one of the cases, the one ending in 1839, an attorney was involved and requested a continuance from the last hearing, from January, okay? Now, these other violations were prior to January, correct? So he might not even have known about them, not sure. But I think in...
When was yours issued?
I think in all fairness, it needs to be reset, and the attorney needs to get notice for every single one of those
Yeah, they were all
cases.
issued before January.
Yeah, they're all 2021 cases.
Yeah.
They were all
So-
issued before January.
Either he meant to include all, and he figured if he just did one, because it's the same notice of hearing that the violator received, but he only responded with one case number, so he probably just maybe thought they were together. But I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to go ahead and continue it to April 7th. Okay?
Okay.
That's how many are there?
It's okay.
It's in right there.
Is that for all of them?
It's okay.
For all of them?
So we'll just come back on these, okay, on the 7th.
The outside of the property is
Okay. Let's call the, we only have one 230
Just
case.
one fire case, yep.
Are we still waiting for somebody from fire to be here?
Yes, we are, I think, yeah.
What time is it? He's late.
For the fire.
Isn't it a 230 case, right? He's here? Okay.
I heard fire.
You did. Run.
I'm supposed to go out, run out.
Exactly. What are you doing in here? Okay.
We're here just in time. Let me,
We're going to call case number 70, JF1 with a lot of zeros ending in 1. Property address is 5101 Collins. We're here for a report.
These are the recent pictures that the inspector sent it to me. So, I know.
It's my afternoon. Okay, counsel.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jose Shanford IV on behalf of the property owner.
Okay, Inspector.
Jose Lascano, Fire Inspector, Miami Beach.
Okay, so he's here on a report. What do we got going on?
Well, Your Honor, I think the fire inspector was out at the property, and we were speaking outside, and they did inspect the progress, which is, I think, moving along to what we had agreed to do, to finish by 2023, the entire building.
Okay. It looks pretty. From the pictures you gave, tell me what's not good about this.
Okay, Judge, the building is, they're sprinkling, moving up. So they're on the 12th floor, they finished the 12th floor.
There is no 13, so 14, 15, 16 are in different stages of installation. They're doing some demo. And then 17 is the penthouse, that's untouched. Plus, we have the roof and the cooling tower, which are outside of the building on the roof level. So those have to be addressed with the installation of the sprinkler system. So basically, right now, what we're looking at is maybe a compliance date of June 30th, 23.
23.
And that's a very specific date, I believe, because of the agreement that they have with the city.
Okay,
That's correct.
is that correct? Okay, so compliance June 30, 2023. And that's an agreement, right, of all parties? Okay. And if you don't comply, what shall we do?
Well, Your Honor,
Is
that's
there
another
part of,
issue.
that's another part?
Right now,
Of course.
because of what has transpired and the amount of time that it has taken to get where we are now at the 12th floor, which pretty much stalled during COVID.
Sure.
Pre-COVID, they were just about to start or had started the 12th floor. Chief Special Magistrate Zamora wanted to, he restarted the fines at a prior hearing, and he's been setting progress reports so that we can monitor the condition to the satisfaction of the fire department, and it has asked for updates. So at this point, if we keep coming back on progress reports, we know that they're working towards this goal because they do have an end date in the subordination agreement of the city's liens. As a gesture of good faith in working towards getting this project underway and finished, there were other JF cases that were put on hold for mitigation, and the parties have mitigated those fines. In JF with a whole bunch of zeros 4 and JF with a whole bunch of zeros 9. The monies were paid out of the escrow that's being held by Ocean Bank and Holland and Knight. So they're aware of their constraints and their deadlines and the fact that potentially they could forfeit the remaining portion of the escrow agreement. So that's why, and really it's within Your Honor's discretion, we can keep setting progress reports, but we know when the end is going to be. If between now and then they make a substantial progress and they want to come in and request a stop for fines, that's okay. But they will not be in compliance till what the inspector testified, 14, 15, 16, the roof and the penthouse level, because that will all go towards what the project is envisioned as changing its use from from an apartment house to either an apartment hotel or a hotel. So the fire department will not sign off on the change of uses, which is what they really need at this point in time. So it's their own self-motivation that's going to get this done further. Right now, the fines are still running. Mr. Chanfro and I have not really had a chance to discuss, and I haven't spoken with my client about stopping the fines, but certainly if they want to come back before June 30th and ask to stop the fines, we can hear it at that time.
Sure. And I would think probably with more progress past 12, it might work, I don't know. But okay, so I'm not going to then issue a daily fine for noncompliance on June 30th. You need to do what you need to do and just get it done. But you have all the way till 2023?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, that's it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Can you repeat the date, Mary Ann?
June 30, 2023.
June 30, 2023.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Mr. Chanfro.
That concludes our afternoon.
Yes, we're done.